Well, hello everyone, it's Brian with CraftFancy. I hope everyone can hear me all right, and I hope everything's going great today for you. I want to thank you for tuning in to the CraftFancy project. I want to thank that handsome gentleman, Brian, from One of a Kind. He was really able to do a great presentation in introducing CraftFancy there. So, no, seriously, guys, I appreciate everyone tuning in. I hope you guys are ready for a CraftFancy project today. Everything seems to be going okay, so keep your fingers crossed. Hopefully the technical kinks are all kind of worked out and we'll be able to do a great project today. So we do have 40 minutes and, oh, I gotta reach over, sorry, I put it too far out of the way. So I am on till either 5:45, 4:45, 3:45, or 2:45, depending where you're at. So hello everyone, I do have some comments set up. So I'll try to watch them a little as I'm going. I got yelled at last time because Carol told me is quit trying to do too much. Focus on your project. Quit focusing on your fan club. And I was like, I don't have a fan club. And then, but I guess I do. So I see all these people saying hi to me and everything. So guys, I'll appreciate it. Oh, by the way, hey, I just want to let you know, when you do a CraftFancy project, I'm live on YouTube CraftFancy. I'm live on CraftFancy Facebook. I'm on the Facebook page. I'm live on the CraftFancy, One of a Kind Facebook and the One of a Kind YouTube. So I'm live on all 4 channels. So if you're looking for CraftFancy, you can find me wherever you want to go. So guys, that's all good. Like I said, we're trying to move along and get that going. So at least CraftFancy you can see on all 4 channels there. So there's no reason why you can't see a CraftFancy channel. All right, why don't I change my cameras here? So it's just going to take 1 second. So if you just bear with me, let me change that, and then we'll see if we can't do something. All right, so let me put my little headphones on. I'm going to change this down if you guys don't mind. So as I'm going to work on my project today, it kind of will zoom in here, and then hopefully you guys will be able to see a little too. So you don't want to see that, you want to see that right there. How's that? Looking good? All right, so let's talk about the screen really quick. So I got my overhead projector going. We're going to be working with our the bobbles today. We're going to create these nice little bobbles. Hopefully everyone can see that. Hey, if you need me to zoom in a little more on that, I'll be able to zoom in on that too. So what I did, again, I don't want you guys to forget who's on. So CraftFancy's right up here in the corner. I always like to put a picture of my image on here because I know sometimes when we're working with our projects that sometimes you want to look up and just kind of see what it is. You get a little like, what was it I was doing? And you just want to kind of take a look at that. And then of course everyone always likes asking me, hey, what's the discount code, man? I want to get shopping at the CraftFancy site. So guys, it's right there for you. I put it up right at the beginning, so that way you guys don't have to worry about sending all those texts or the posts there. Hey, what's the discount code? And then of course, I did add another camera down here. You can see my finger pointing to it. That's I do that just so when you see the overhead, sometimes you like to just get a little extra view in there. So let's go over all the stuff that we're going to be working with today, or stuff that we should need. So the first thing I'm going to do, I got to move some of this out of the way. I'm sorry. I guess I got a little confused. I'm going to move my desktop organizer tool and my chamois out there. The first thing I'm going to do is we're going to be working with some stenciling, and obviously I have my nice workspace here. I don't want to ruin that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my Ranger mat out right away. And I don't know if you guys have one or not, but these are really awesome. I use them for all my, I try to use it when I don't forget about stuff. It's, use it for your heat and your stenciling, and it's also heat resistant. Right? Is it heat resistant, Carol? Yes. I don't, she's looking at me. Carol's on the other side. Oh, by the way, I want to welcome Carol. Carol is on the keyboards. And Kathy, that works with CraftFancy, is hanging out in the store today. So when you got that question and you can't find it online, hey, make sure you give her a call at CraftFancy. So, okay, back to our regularly scheduled program. All right, so wow, look at some of these people. So I got Sharon Gibbs telling me that she's loves the color of this card. It's a nice, I like it. It's a nice easy card, not getting too full with deep colors. What is the code? The code, it's right there on your screen. It's CFNOV specials, and that's the code. If you look, again, I'm just going to kind of point right there. If you're looking on my screen, it's right there for the code. Oh, and there we go. One of a kind helped me out there. Tammy Pendleton is also. Hey, Andrea, how's it going? And then Wendy Little's in there. So, all right. See, I always have time to say hi to everybody. So, all right, let's get back to our program. So I have my desktop organizer, holds a lot of my tools that we'll be using today. Also, too, I'm going to be using my Ranger mat that I got that. We're going to be doing, these are going to be using some inks. So, of course, I got my Lawn Fawn chamois case. Let me open that up. And then, of course, in there I have my used Lawn Fawn chamois. So I hope everyone can see that. I'm gonna just kind of place this right up in the corner here. Kind of move that right there. All right. You guys don't need to see everything on there. All right. And then also too, let me move this down here right now. Ooh, right there. All right. We do have some inks that we're going to be using today. Let me just space these across. Now remember, these inks were optional, and a lot of people have inks at home. So I always like to. Everyone likes to come up with their own color combination. So if you got the optional inks, that's cool. If you didn't, the ones that we're going to be working with today is tumbled glass, iced spruce, and peacock feathers. Once again, that's going to be tumbled glass, iced spruce, and of course, we're going to be using some peacock feathers. Ink, no peacock feathers. So, get it? All right. Who's ready for that first drink of the evening? I know I am. All right. Also included in your kit, because I know everyone does holidays, doesn't do Christmas, but some other one does other types of, there's Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Boxing Day, and then there's Festivus for the rest of us. Whatever you celebrate, I got something in this stamp set here. This is why I chose the Tailored Expression Clearly Crafty set. So it's got season greetings, sending you holiday cheer, merry and bright, love and joy. There's something for everybody in here. You can't go wrong with this. It's really a nice little simple way to saying something. So it doesn't matter what you celebrate. There's something in there for you guys, and that's why I love this one. And then also too, that was included in your kit is the Tailored Expressions layering stencils. I'm going to open that up really quick because it's going to have I got to open it up eventually because we're going to be using it today. So let me get this out of there. And then it's going to include our 3 stencils that we're going to be working with as we do our layering process in here. This is really easy. Guys, it's towards the end of the day. I know you guys are probably getting a little slap happy at this point because you're on overload from all those great other vendors on there. Hopefully I can keep the bar high enough for you guys to be happy too. My stamping, I'm going to be, again, wasn't included because everyone's probably got their own black ink. I'm going to be using the Memento. I like the Memento for my lettering. To me, again, personal. I feel I like the way it clings. I can stamp it. It doesn't take as much ink because, again, I'm just trying to put some letters on there. I'm not trying to give you the 1-2 punch on there. And then also today is I am going to be using my Misty to do my stamping of my letters, and then also too we're going to be doing some stamping of when we do the little ornament chains on there. So you guys definitely want to be using that. Again, you don't need a Misty. If you guys want to use your block, by all means. I do want to let you know too, the Misties, I just got a fresh batch of them in. So if you guys been riding the fence on the Misties, we got a new one in there. What it is, the new ones have metal hinges. I'm going to just show you. This is the old one, but what's new on it is you got metal hinges, so the plastics don't break anymore. See these bar magnets? There's a holder for the bar magnets now that are in there as well. And then also too, the improvement was the rulers.
And there's a flip
Oh, and then there's a flip on the door. So as you're opening and closing the door now, so you got some new stuff. So if you're looking, I'm not saying, but if you happen to be looking, 15% off on the Misty, that might be the Christmas gift that you guys been waiting for. You know, so you could buy it and wrap it up and then say, oh, thanks, honey, for buying me my Christmas gift already. So, all right. Kind of went through everything that we're going to be doing. Hope you guys are still hanging tough. Didn't bore you guys too much. S, Sharon Gibbs, Festivus. I like that, Festivus. So we got a lot of stuff going on. That, and I also got to take a look at this too. So there's stuff here that you guys are watching, and I got to figure this out on Facebook, but there's ways I can bring you guys in on camera now. So we might have to start doing that in the future, where if you guys got a question, I might just have to click the button and bring you in on camera. So I got to see how this all works out. Again, I'm all into this stuff. I always love this. Oh, what else is included? Sorry, I was kind of probably turning away from the mic. Sorry if I got a little muffled. So what else is included is we included, I just brought one set out for me, but you have enough to do 4 cards. So you have the card bases here. Let me get this card out. So we got the card base. You're going to have enough to do 4 cards, so I'm just got the set up for 1 right now. And then the one thing that I didn't bring out here, which I know they're going to get, is because it's out in the store, I need my ATG gun, because you know what, I can't do anything without that gun, and so we're going to get that gun going out here. All right. Oh, and the other thing is that I'm going to be using purple tape, everyone's favorite. You love it, you know it, you got to have it. It's purple tape. All right, and then here it is. Not to bore you, it's the ATG gun, and then look at that, I got it in my holder because executive management's here and hair seems to fly everywhere. So I like the one, I put it right in my little holder right on the side, and then that way it's all good. The doggy hair doesn't get on my project, and then that way when I'm giving it to you, my love to you, it's not that it's me and Heidi. So I'm just going to push this off on the side, so if you guys don't mind. All right. So why don't we go ahead and get started. I got purple tape, Carol. So sorry, I had my executive producer, Carol, running around trying to grab me something that I already had. So thank you, Lori LaFrance. Thank you for doing this in the landscape orientation. No, thank you. You know, again, I read stuff. I try to study it. By no means. Well, look at Tammy Pennington, too, saying, I put the fancy in CraftFancy. All right. It's the CraftFancy fan club. I see. You look at you ladies. You guys are all having fun out there, too. I can tell already. I do appreciate it. I try to study all these videos, and believe me, we all have hiccups, and we're all at different points. So everyone tries their best. I really studied a lot, and everyone knows that CraftFancy has probably been one of the biggest blunders since we started, because I'm always trying to push the envelopes to try to make everything really nice and perfect for you guys. And sometimes I'm a hero, sometimes I'm a zero, but I know we're all trying, especially in these crazy times. All right. With that being said, let's get started with our project. I'm going to, if you don't mind, I'm going to get the card out of there, because you do have a card on the you do have a card on your screen, so we got something to reference, and I'm starting to run out of space. I'm going to just fold my scorecard really quick. And I'm going to take my bone folder out of my desktop organizer. 3 colors, that desktop organizer. If you guys didn't get it, you guys got to get it quick, because these things run out. Every time I get them in, they go out. They're $9.99, I think. So that's a stocking stuffer. All right. So I got my 3 pieces of cardstock. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait till the end with that. I'm going to grab my first little piece of white cardstock. Everyone should have this one little piece right on the top. And you're looking good. Thank you, Diane, for calling me a hero. What else do we got here? Alicia loves her ATG gun. Yes, I do too. Too shy for showing for that stuff. All right. So here's what we're going to do first. We're going to grab our stencils, and we're going to start off. And again, this is tough to show, this is tough to show because there's like these little lines in here. And what they do is they have, they did, I kind of realized, I forgot to talk about it last time, but so there's 3 stencils here. And tailored expression makes it easy for you because in the bottom corner, maybe I can, excuse me, I'm sorry. That was, I sneezed. Someone's talking about me. Sorry, apologies. So, can I hold it up a little closer? Yeah, maybe I can get it this way here. I'm sorry, the light kind of hits it. Well, there you go. You can kind of see it. There's a number in there, number 1. Let's see if we can get the sunlight on this one. I think you guys can kind of see that one. That's number 2. And then we got number, oh, flip that over there. Then we got number 3. And guys, all right, see these lines in here too? When you're looking at these, see these lines? That's where you're kind of supposed to line up your paper. But because I'm not doing a full card, I'm only doing the, I kind of pre-cut everything. So the way that I got to do this is we got to do it in a little different manner. And so what I'm going to do is let's grab stencil number 1. Yep, that's number 2, number 3. Okay, here's my question for the group. I am old. I'm really having a hard time with this. I don't know if you can see these right down here. These are glasses I had to get so I can see what I'm doing. Does anybody else have to wear glasses when they're working on their craft products so they can see things? I'm having a hard time because I'm just getting ready to turn 50 and I'm having a really hard time saying that I'm mature. And I don't want to say I'm mature, so. But yet, I'm still having a hard time doing that. Let me know your thoughts on that. Am I alone here? Is it just me? Or is it something going on? All right, so I have the number 1. Let me pull this out again, because I want to make sure that we know something. So this part, what we're going to do is we're going to start lining this up. Remember, I said the lines were going to be off a little. So what we want to do is when we position this on our card, and I'm moving this all around here, you want to keep in mind peace, love, joy. That's what I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using the 3 letters there, peace, love, joy. But remember, in your project, you have all these that you want to do. So what your choice, anything that you want to do. So if you're customizing these at your house, keep in mind where you want to put this. So, and how big it is, because you want it, that's how you're going to maneuver around on this. So what I'm going to do, so I'm going to hold this up first, and I'm going to kind of hold this where I want it. I want to kind of maybe just keep it off-centered a little, just in down a little, so I got some room. So now that I kind of got what I like, the first one's always a tough one because you're just kind of lining this up. So I got it where I want it. I'm going to flip this over. I'm just going to lay it there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off a couple strips of purple tape. Purple. Then I'm going to tape it down. I'm going to tape it on my stencil. How you guys doing with this? You guys following around? Such a youngster. Laura Plummer's calling me a youngster. Wow. You guys are all right. Hey, Renee Bennett is watching. How you doing today, Renee? How's Renee doing? I'm sorry, I gotta ask Renee. How's Renee doing? The hand didn't show up today. Are you surviving not being able to talk to the hand from the One of a Kind show? So I gotta ask you for that. So, all right. So I got a couple pieces taped down. If you're looking like this, you guys should be pretty good. All right. So I'm gonna go. Am I good there? Yeah, this is my problem. They're short range now. I'm trying to look on the screen and hopefully everything's there. Okay. So we're looking. I'm pretty comfortable with what I got. I'm going to go ahead now, go back into my desktop organizer. I'm going to grab one of the CraftFancy blending brushes. And we're going to start off with color number 1. Color number 1 is going to be tumbled glass. Tumbled glass. And then we're going to go ahead and put tumbled glass there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink, get some on my brush. Again, I don't know what brushes you guys are using or what you got. The CraftFancy brushes, you don't have to go hog wild and get these things and all stamp them down. Remember, it's the stuff is supposed to make your projects work easier. It's glasses on glasses off when crafting these days. Oh, I know. I just took them off again once I got everything on. So yeah, Kathy, I know what you're talking about. Oh, and Renee Bennett is fine. She loves watching me. Well, thank you. I'm glad someone does. Carol always tells me, I can't see you anymore. Go. So now that comes the fun part. Let's do some blending. And all I'm going to do is just kind of go in. Well, like I said, it doesn't take a lot of color with these. Remember, we're not trying to really get it all jam-packed and get it all crazy. I'm just got my first little step. We're going to just go in there, and I hope you guys are crafting along with me. If you're not, I hope you're watching. If you're new to the group, I want to welcome you to the group. This is a great group. And also, this is one of those times that I like to talk about. If you guys didn't get a chance to subscribe to the CraftFancy channel or the CraftFancy page, this is one of those times, you guys might want to sign up if you get a chance to go over there and get your sign up or the notifies when stuff goes on, because CraftFancy does go on and do special things. And I just went on this week and we did something special for people that tune in on the Facebook side. So if you guys don't do that, you guys are going to be missing out on a lot of good specials sometimes. So that's what we're going to do there. All right, so I got that tumbled ice. I got everything looking pretty good. I was like, yeah, I like that. So what I'm going to do, look, a lot of times what I'll do when I'm working with my brushes, I don't even have to take my chamois out. I just kind of come across and I like to clean that up a little, and boom, we're done. I'm just going to lay that on the side. So we got that. Now I'm done with tumbled glass. All right? So that's our first color we're done with. I don't know if you're playing along with me or if you're playing at home, but we're done with tumbled glass. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to flip my stencil over. Okay, this is important now. Important. So if I can have everyone's attention, what I do is I peel back the purple tape off the stencil. I want to peel it back off the stencil. And I'm going to take this and then I'll take that off because I want to keep it on the paper. All right. And then ta-da! There's my finished card. Thank you for shopping at CraftFancy. I'll see you next project. No, I'm just joking. We're on to number 2. All right. So we're on to number 2, and number 2 is right here. Sometimes what I'll do too, if you're doing a lot of cards, you know what I do sometimes? This is a little secret. So, number 2, we're going to be using iced spruce. Iced spruce distress oxide. So if you guys do a lot of these cards and you don't want to get confused sometimes, you know what I do? I'll take a little ink, and then where it says like number 2, I'll just put it in the corner. And then that way, if I'm moving around, now I know what color that is. So I'm not running around going, oh, which one was it? Which one is it? So you guys are going to remember that. And then you know what I like about that too? Watch this, watch this. Now when I hold that up there, you can see that a lot better. Remember before I was having some issues with number 2. Well, now you're not a number 2 anymore. Now you can become a number 1. So, all right, and that's with that. Okay, so what I'm going to do again now is what I like to do is I just kind of hold this a little, and we want to line this up. Remember, if it was a full card, we would use some lines to line this up, but we customized it. So what I want to do is I'm going to try to hold this up. What I'm going to do at this point is I try to use my centerpiece. So I use my centerpiece to line these up, make sure my ink is all covered, and then I make sure my sides are lined up too. And then all I do is I put my first piece of tape there, then I'll tuck it over on the side, just put the tape down, and then it's all nice and laid down again. All right? You guys with me? Everyone's doing okay? Are you hanging tough? All right, so we're going to be rocking and rolling. So we're going to be doing some ice spruce this time. Again, now this one, I'm going to grab, I got a little smaller one. Again, different brushes, different call for different stuff. So that's why when you get the CraftFancy 10-pack, you get all these different sizes. So I grabbed a little smaller brush this time because I'm not using as much ink. And why take a big brush and get all that ink, and then all you do is smear it on your stencil and then wipe it away. And that's no fun. So now that I got it, same process again. I just kind of little circular motions in places. And again, this one, like this one, I can go back and forth because I got a little line. So I just go back and forth. Woo, get her in there. Yeah. How you doing? Get that all going. All right, while I'm doing this, I'm going to kind of see if I can see some comments because I can kind of do two things at once. So I got Heidi's showing me some great tip. Thank you, Heidi. I'm glad you learned something there. Sharon, oh, another one, great tip. Yeah. All right. And then what else we got? I really like this so far. Thank you, Amy Amers. How you doing today? Appreciate you stopping by the CraftFancy project. Hope you guys are enjoying that. How do you clean your brushes? You know what? I'll show you, Kathy, I'll show you a little secret that I use right at the end, how I clean my craft brushes. In between colors, now that I'm done, I'll show you how I do it in between colors, and then I'll show you, Kathy, what I do at the end. I have a little brush scrubber. All right, so I'm done right now. So what I have, again, I'm just going to kind of repeat myself for Kathy. I have a Lawn Fawn chamois holder, and then I have a Lawn Fawn chamois. And all I do in between my colors is I just use my brush, and I'm just able, because remember, I'm not soaking my brush real heavy with inks, so I'm able to just kind of come up and clean that. So just stay tuned towards the end, and you'll be able to see how I clean those at the end. You guys, I like it. I like it, and you guys are going to like it too. All right? And I got a little, I call it a little thing, but you guys won't think it's funny, but I always think it's funny. All right, so I got the number 2 here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over again. And remember, same thing again. What I want to do is I just take off the purple tape, keep it on the card, and then I go. All right, let's take a look where we're at here. Number 2, 2 colors. What do you think? What do you think? Who? What? Chamois? Kathy, are you new? This is a Lawn Fawn chamois. It's available on the CraftFancy site, Kathy. Welcome. So what you do is you use it. You just rinse it out. It's a great tool. Hey, if anyone else knows about the chamois, don't be afraid to throw a few comments on there while we're all talking. Kathy, we'll get you up to speed on everything. So it's a Lawn Fawn chamois. What it does is it absorbs all the ink while it cleans your brushes out, or you use it when you clean your stencils at the end. So you guys are really, if you don't know about this, take a look at it. PM me, and I'll work with you, Kathy. Remember, when you're working with CraftFancy, no crafter left behind. I am here for you. Don't ever be afraid of that. So I'm done with iced spruce, and that's our second color, or if there's any other color that you guys might have been using at home. And we are going to be moving on to our next one, peacock feathers. Peacock feathers. So what we're going to be doing there with peacock feathers is, this is number 3 again. So remember, I want to be able to line that up. So I'm going to hold this up. And again, what I like to do is I just kind of use my middle one as the guide. And I'm going to line those up. So like in this case, I want to make sure this lines up to the bottom of the blue. So you just kind of go around. It takes a little while too. Remember, it's a little easier if you got everything lined up a little bit, doing it with a full card, but because we custom cut it for everybody. And then what I do is I take a look on my sides, make sure my sides are happy. And then again, you can see me just running my finger behind it, just to get that tape down. Then I flip it over. And I'm going to just mat it down really good. All right. And then I got that. I'm just going to flip that over now. And we're going to go through the same process with you guys. All right. Oh, there you go. Looks like Kathy got the link. So yeah, there it is. There you go, Kathy. You can check that out. So again, we're going to be working. Oh, Sharon Gibbs loves her chamois. So Sue wants a chamois. So I'm all stuttering now. The coffee's wearing off. Okay, so I'm holding this up. Peacock feathers is what we're using. This is our 3rd and final color. All right. This is my tip for you guys. This is a real heavy color, so it doesn't take a lot, guys. All I do, watch this. This is all I do. I just take a couple times. Did you see the color all on there already? It doesn't take a lot. And again, I don't like wasting. I try to make, I don't try to make these, you know, even though I can always go get another pad, I don't like wasting ink when I can. You know, there's a lot of things that take money. I'd rather spend money on paper than I'd rather spend it on inks. So it just takes a little to really get these things dark. So and I just kind of go in there and you blend it up a little. And then I get down there, I got some lines, a little back and forth. Hope you guys can see that. You can see that all right, right? I hope. Do I got the cameras going? All right, so, because I can zoom in a little more for you guys if you want. I can do anything. I'm CraftFancy and I'm here for you guys. I love all the comments, guys. I really appreciate everything. So I really like that. You know, again, if you guys like what I'm doing, I'm always open to suggestions too. So if you guys want to see something, don't be afraid to PM me or text me or however else you guys communicate with me. I see a lot of people coming into the store. So all the local people watching, I always appreciate you guys coming into the store and doing things with me on the storefront. Love all the comments. Everyone's always doing such a great job. All right, so I think I got that all right. You know, I'm just going to put a little more just in that corner. I just want to see that get a little darker. Yeah. All right, so once you got everything to your liking, which I think I got it, and it didn't take a lot of ink, did it? So what we're going to do is just clean that off. I took it out, but so and then everything's clean, and then I'm all good for that. And then now I'm going to be kind of done. So now what I'm going to do, what I like to do, again, I just like to, before I rip it off the paper, is I just like to take it off the stencil first, make sure everything's right in case if something's not right. Then what I would do is I would put it back on. All right, and then check it out. I got it. I think we got it. It looks like a home run to me. Now going back to the chamois, since chamois seems to be the talk of the day, Kathy, if you're paying attention here, so this is where the chamois comes in, not just cleaning your brushes, cleans your stamps if you're doing a lot of stamping, but check this out. So I got my stencil here. Look at that. Poof, where'd it go? Just disappeared. You just clean your stencils like that. It's a little water, that's all it is. And if you're gonna do it, I'm a big fan, get the chamois case, because I see this used to happen to me all the time. You'd be cleaning something, and then I'd lay it on something, like this nice little card here, and then all that moisture soaks into the card and ruins the card. Has that happened to anybody else, or is it just me that happens to? All right, so we got that. I got to start cooking now because normally we only have 25 minutes on these demos, but we had 40 minutes today. So I've been kind of just taking my time, but it's time, ladies. We got to kick in the CraftFancy afterburners and get going. So now that I got done with my card, the next thing that I would like to do, I don't know if that's still in there or not. We'll keep that in there. Is we're going to do some stamping. All right. So what I like to do is I'm going to use, everyone see that? Yeah, looking good. All right. So what I did just for the giggles, you guys kind of know this from stamping and stuff. I kind of pre-set up the lettering, but I'm going to show you how I did it. So what I do is the Misty, I'm using the Misty corners also. So if you guys notice this, you get some magnet corners in there, and you also get a nice little L. What I did is I wanted to keep my L just off a little, and then that way when I'm stenciling and I set everything up, the first thing what I did is I laid everything on there, and what I did before I put my card in there. So I knew my card was going to sit here, so I pre-laid all my stamps in there, and then I used my L as a guide to just guide it to where I got it, so I get everything on a nice straight line. So if you guys are ever doing multiple words in there, this is a great tool to line everything up because it's a nice straight edge both ways, so you guys can get that. The grid's nice, you know, that's why they put the laser grid in there. But sometimes it's just as easy using this. So I kind of did that already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in there. You guys doing okay? Anyone got a question about the Misty while I'm here? Kathy, you okay on the Misty? So just give me a shout. Like I said, I'm kind of getting everyone to kind of watch as we're going along here. Let me get these out of here. All right. So I grabbed my Memento ink. I hope that's okay too, that I show you what I'm doing. That's something I always kind of learned. I always watch other videos where people just talk about the ink and they never show anything. So I hope that's okay that I hold up the ink, guys, so you guys know what I'm actually doing. So I kind of got this. Hold on, let me move this so we can see it in the camera. So I got this in the camera right now. It doesn't take a lot. Guys, remember, it's Misty. Misty's like, I call Misty is like me, a boyfriend. If you don't get it right the first time, you get a second chance. So what I'm going to do is I just shut my front door. I just give a little tap on it. Remember, I'm just trying to move the ink a little. So I got it on there, but it's not perfect. So now what I'm going to try to do again, look at this. I'm going to be able to re-ink it up again. I'm going to shut the front door. Just give a little tap on there. Remember, I'm not trying to jam-pack it. Remember, the harder you press, the more, I call it the spread. You know, it starts to ink up and really get blotchy and stuff, and that's not what we're trying to do. I'm just trying to get ink off the stamp onto the paper. Look at that. Tell me that doesn't look nice. Is that not nice and crisp for you guys? So, sorry, Kathy's on again. Sorry, I have no idea what a Misty is. Heard of it, but I'm not much of a stamper, but I'm okay to try. Yep, so this is what you want to watch about. This is what it is. So now I'm going to take my chamois, clean off my stamp right away, so that's all done. I'm good to go. All right, now the next thing that I'm going to do is out of my kit is I have to put on my little strings. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Let me open that up on my kit. Now I got one that's short. I got two of them that are in here. There's one that's short and long. Obviously what I want to do is I want to keep the long one over on this side. So what I'm going to do is just kind of line that up to where I think it's going to go. Oh, maybe I put my magnet back on there so it doesn't move around. Took off my magnet. So make sure your artwork is glued down. What I'm going to do is just kind of move that where it's on top. You guys see that? And then what I'm going to do is grab my second one, and we're going to put my second one right on top of that, like so. And then I'm done with the words, so I'm going to just get these words out of here. I don't want to confuse it anymore or confuse anybody. Hope you guys are doing all right. All right, so I got that out of there. I'm going to shut the front door, give a little love tap on the stamps, and the stamps should stick to that. Now I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to use the iced, I'm going to grab my iced spruce again. And then all I'm going to do now, here, let me flip it over again. I'm sorry, because I had the camera too zoomed in today. I'm just going to take my ink pad, and I'm just going to ink it up. Doesn't take a lot, again, because you can always re-stamp it again. I'm going to shut the front door on the Misty. And again, just give a little love tap on it. Don't need to push heavy on it. And then I'm going to go boom, shuckalaka. But take a look. That's not perfect. Let me hold that up so you guys can see it. See that? That's not perfect. So I got to do a little more ink on that. So all I'm going to do is hit it again. And again, this is what the Misty is. Most incredible stamping tool invented. So I'm just going to come down there, hit it. Look at that. All's forgiven. And now what I got to do, just clean it so I don't get my hands dirty. I'm done with the long one, but I got to use the short one for one more time. So I'm just going to knock this out really quick. And I got to use it right up here on the top one. So I'll just put that right there so we see it. Clean off that mat. I'm going to shut that front door, give a little love tap on that, pull that off. I'm going to use a little iced spruce. And remember, I don't need to do the whole thing because there was only a little on there. But I got some, hold on, let me clean that up. I got a little goo. Little goo. It's going to ruin it. I don't want to ruin it. Come too far. Oh, has that ever happened to anybody? Hey, talk to me out there. You get to the, your final stamping process, you go and do something, and then all of a sudden you mess it up. Then you got to start all over again. Or you got to do the crafter's secret, put a little piece of bling on it. All right, so I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do one more time just to make sure I get some ink on there, and then we're going to be done with the Misty. All right, awesome. There we go. I love it. Looking good. Looking good. Okay, so we got that. All right, so I'm done with that stamp. We're going to get that out of there. That's got to go. I'm done with the Misty. check this out. Everything's looking really, really good. What do you guys think, man? You guys think I'm a pro? Not really. I hope you guys are having fun. Finger smudges? Do I have finger smudges on there? I thought it looked pretty clean. I think I got it, so. Okay. Not messed up a design opportunity. Thank you, Marilyn. All right, so we got that now. The next thing that I like to do really quick is I'd like to get this mounted right away. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab my famous ATG gun. And why do I like it? Because you know why. I'm a guy, and it's got a trigger. So we're going to have some fun with that. So the first background is the blue. So what I like to do is I just pull a couple triggers on there. It doesn't take a lot. My name is not Jennifer from Stamplistic, so I do not have to have every square inch with adhesive. So what I'm going to do is flip that over. I hope you guys can see that. Hope my head's not in there. I'm done with that, so we're just going to go. I'm going to kind of line this up. Try to do this, not too much in a hurry. So I kind of put that down there. All right, that looks pretty good. I'll take it. It's not the perfect, but it's all right. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it again. Lay a couple strips down for all the presentation purposes. I'm done with that. Let me get that back in my holder. Look how that holder just grabbed that right away. That's nice. I like that holder. It's like one of the coolest things. I know. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just put that right on there. Try to line that up, and then I'll just kind of tap down on that. Now I got my front done. One more thing I got to do. I don't know what happened to my, oh, here it is right in front of me. Holy cow, I'm blind before I even realize it. And then now I'm going to just put that on my card base right away. Get that back in there. Get that card all done. And that's just going to kind of really just kind of come up. Try to line that up the best you can. It's going to be flush. I like it. There we go. I'm going to say that's good for right now. We got all intents and purposes. The next thing that I need, I'm sorry, it was included in your kit, which I forgot to talk about, is we got some blingers. What would be a CraftFancy project, or better yet, why would you guys not be able to laugh at me if I can't get the bling out? So I had to go raid the store today because someone took my project and never gave it back. I had to get some new tweezers. So today's project is pink tweezers, if I can get them out now. Oop, now they're going to be pointy. All right, here we go. Hope you guys are all hanging on. What do you use as a holder for the tape gun? Sue Walker, what I'm using here, if you look on the smaller camera, it's a ATG. It's the glue gun holders. They're on the website. Carol just stepped away. If she's coming back, she'll put the link. Carol, can you get the link for the ATG gun holders on there? There's two types, Sue. There's an innie and an outie. If you take a look, they go right in. The innie keeps all the glue on the inside, and there's one that just rests on the outside. Carol will get that link up for you, Sue. All right. Oh, man, I got to get going. I'm out of time. All right. Here's the bling. I'm going to show you the bling. What we're going to do is we're just going to put the bling on there. You're going to go across with that. You're going to go on the bottom. Guys, I'm really sorry. I didn't realize I lost track of the time. Let me get back to my other camera really quick. Nope, that's not it. It's the up front one. All right, guys. Oh, I'm back over here. Hello, hello. All right, I got to go. I'm out of time. Crazy's coming on. I'm really sorry if I ran a little extra time over. I lost track of time, guys. I'm really sorry. Hey, again, the deal was, is that deal up there? 15%. 15% off right there. Check the video. You got a question, give me a shout. I got to get out of here. Crazy's going to go crazy all over me because I ran late. Really sorry, Crazy. Guys, have fun. Glad you enjoyed my project. I got to go. All right, thanks for doing it with me. Bye.